Hello, welcome back to Airbear Gaming. Today we are going to be discussing comparators. I already did a video on comparators in the past. I just did that video for how to apply comparators. Instead of focusing on how to apply comparators, I am actually focusing on what comparators actually are and what do they do. And you can find comparators in your inventory slot in the items section, right here by the redstone areas. It's right next to the repeater. Remember to select comparator rather than repeater. Comparators function much differently compared to repeaters. Comparators' job is to create an output based on amount of stuff it gets. Repeaters' jobs is meant to sustain a single delay. So let's dive deeper into what comparators are. Comparators do the job of comparing the amount of items it can compare to, and then it generates a signal. So let's dive deeper. We have 3 blocks of coarse dirt. Let's make it 5. Notice that there are very specific methods I want to show you. The most common way that you can see how a comparator works is by putting a chest right by the comparator like this, and then putting, let's say, 3 blocks stacks in it. You notice that it will generate a signal. This is because there are blocks in the chest. If there are no blocks in the chest, then we'll treat it as a signal of 0, and otherwise it doesn't generate a signal. But if you do fill it with a bunch of items, it will generate a signal. Something else to notice about comparators is the fact that even though you have a 1 size chest and you put 5 item stacks in that chest, you can notice that if you put a chest next to that single chest, it is now a 2 chest. And a large chest has more item slots than a chest itself. Therefore, it generates less of a signal due to the fact that, well, it's 5 in a giant chest, meaning it's a smaller fraction, making it weaker. But let's see what would happen if we compared it to a hopper. Here's a good example. We have a hopper right next to the comparator. Say we have all 5 slots. It generates a very strong signal because of the fact hoppers only have 5 slots. It is very, very, very strong because of the fact that all of its 5 is filled up, and there are less slots in the hopper. But if you hook that hopper up to a chest, the chest will... oh wait, hold on a minute. So, right now, so let's fill it up with 5 different five different coarse dirt blocks. It generates a signal, obviously, but let's take away 2 steps. It obviously is darker and generates less of a signal. So that's one way to explain comparators. How comparators can be applied, that's in a different video I will have a link to. This video solely is meant to tell you how comparators work. Another thing that actually comparators can do is it can compare the strength of a music disc. So if you look into the section for music disc, we have C418-13, which is the first one, and we have lava chicken. Let's see what would happen if we did it using this. Obviously, we have a very far long signal. But if we took the lava chicken out and put the C418-13, it generates less of a signal. I know it might be harder to see without the copper bulbs, so I'm going to put some comparators. See? It's a better example of how this first disc is. So let's put the chicken jockey back in. Now it is better to see a better signal in how it generates it. Because our original disc only turned on 1, but we have like 8 or 9 using lava chicken. So that's one of the basics. Thank you very much for watching. I really would like it if you could comment on my video. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what your opinion on the video is. Your opinion matters. And I will use that feedback and for future videos. I will definitely respond to you if possible. And thank you for watching.